Hello. I have a very important video for you today, but first I gotta tell you this little story. So, last night I got pretty messed up. No, actually, no, I don't want to say messed up because I have like virtually no hangover. But I partied last night. I went out, had some drinks with friends, and overall I had a pretty fun night. But funny enough, one of my buddies, and he's actually doing my program. He's doing my my superhero program. And he's been making some really good gains. He was initially training 5-6 days a week, and he's got a great build. But he was training 5 to 6 days a week, and he had to hit a plateau. Then he started doing my training 3 days a week, and he's been able to surpass it, which is really cool. But so we're gonna go out tonight. And he's like, oh, you know what? I don't know if I really want to go out. I don't know if I really want to drink because I got to work out tomorrow, and I don't want this to mess up with my workout. Let me put my sunglasses on here because it's getting blinding. And I thought about that for a second. I was like, wait a second. I was like, Mike, when you drink the night before, you find you're usually a lot weaker? And he's like, yeah, dude, all the time. Like every time I drink, the next day I'm weaker. And I was like, dude, the reason that you're weaker the next day isn't because you had a few drinks or you got a little drunk the night before. It's because you think, or you've been brainwashed to believe that, if everything isn't perfect, you're gonna be weaker. So if you had a few drinks the night before, it's gonna affect your workout. You're brainwashed to think that all these different variables are gonna affect and fuck up your workout. And it's not true in the least. When I go into the gym for a training session, I mean, there's like I'm going in there with absolute certainty that I'm in the best condition possible to train. Doesn't matter if I went out and I had drinks the night before. Doesn't matter if I had sex 2 minutes before I'm training. I'm like nothing. None of these little tiny variables are gonna affect my training performance because I'm stronger than that. I am stronger mentally than letting a fucking night of drinking affect my training, or I'm stronger than letting having sex or masturbating 2 times before I lift that day affect my workout. So I think there's so much bullshit floating around, and everyone's trying to get all their little ducks in a row so they have this perfect workout. And it's like, dude, if your mind is running amok, telling you, I can't do this because it's going to affect my workout tomorrow. I mean, that's going to affect your workout. You're going to be a slave to your mind playing tricks on you, and then you're going to be weaker, not because of this little thing, but it's because your mind thinks that thing is going to affect you. So I really want you to keep this in mind. So often we let our minds control us. We let our minds kind of dictate like what's going on, and you have to cut that off. You have to cut those little ties that affect you from virtually nothing. So many times actually, this last few months I've actually been kind of going out a lot and just kind of drinking and stuff like that. And you know what? I haven't had any negative effect whatsoever with my diet or with my training. Though I've only been training from about 4 to 5 weeks after my injury. So, but I haven't had any negative effect on training whatsoever. That said, I will say the little caveat is you need to be able to feel good the next day. So if you are going to go out drinking, you want to be smart. You want to stick to primarily one type of alcohol, maybe 2 max, because if you mix too many drinks, you'll get sick, you'll get headaches and stomach aches. As well, I really recommend you go for liquor with club soda, which will hydrate you, so you'll feel a lot better. And then I really encourage you at some point in the night to be like, you know what? I'm good. I hit my peak. I'm just going to start hydrating now. So, I can go out, I can have 5, 6, 7, 8 drinks, and then I'll wake up the next day and I'll feel fine. And funny enough, I always found that intermittent fasting, once I started doing that, my hangovers were much lessened. So that is my little tip today. And funny enough, the same guy, Mike, who I had kind of told basically that his mind is running amok and he's got and there's no reason why he's gonna be weaker the next day. He actually texted me today and he's like, dude, I hit a PR. So very cool stuff. So I'm not encouraging you to go start partying and drinking. And this message does not only apply to drinking, it applies to everything. Don't let these tiny little variables affect you, because it's not those little variables that are affecting you, it's the fact that you think they're affecting you, and that is with absolutely everything. Be in control, be stronger than these bullshit little variables. I gotta go inside because I gotta tell my little dog to shut the fuck up. Cairo, stop barking. Go. Stop it. Good. No one knows how to discipline this dog except for me. I live with a bunch of lollydags that are scared of giving discipline to a dog.
I mean, we've been telling him to stop, and he stops and then he continues again.
Not when I do it.
It's the tone, right?
It's the tone. It's authority.
And the body English. Here, I got it.
It's the oh, thank you. It's authoritative tone.
That's it.
This is actually a little funny side note, but we got this dog from Africa, and he's been a nuisance. He barks a lot. And whenever I say no, he will stop for a long period of time. But whenever he's barking, everyone else is too obsequious. They're just like, oh, don't do that. And then he just keeps doing it. So the same authoritative attitude and tonality I kind of have with Cairo to stop him from barking is what I have with myself when these stupid little thoughts come up. And I'm like, oh, you know, which they don't come up anymore. Actually, let me tell you a little story about this. Now I have an amazing story about this little note. So, speaking of this whole little example where, you know, my friend was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to be as strong the next day because I'm drinking. I'm like, dude, that's not gonna affect you at all. Stop thinking like that. Go in there and I want you to hit a fucking PR. Well, let me give you a little example. When I was in LA and I was filming that Drive video, that Ryan Gosling Drive inspired video, we had to film at like basically 5 in the morning until about, you know, 9 a.m. And we had to go do the car scenes in the LA River, and then we had to go to like the gym and film the gym scene. So it happened between like, you know, 5 and like 8 a.m. really. And the night before, I just couldn't sleep. It was hot in my hotel room, and I didn't want to drink any coffee because I hadn't really slept well. So I was like, oh, I'll save the coffee for later. I wanted to kind of keep my daily schedule the same. So I filmed all those drive scenes exhausted. Then I had to do the gym scene, and I ended up hitting a PR. I did 125-pound incline dumbbell presses.
I show up with a purpose and a plan. Pure intensity, pure focus. When you're in that moment, let go of everything else. Let go of all the bullshit and all the noise in your life and embrace the effort.
Would that have happened if I told myself, oh, you know what, I don't have the, you know, I didn't have the right caffeine intake, I didn't get a good sleep, I'm not training when I normally train, instead I'm training at like 7 in the morning, which is extremely early for me. Like, if I told myself all that stuff, I would have probably been weak as shit. I wouldn't even be able to do 100. But I said, you know what, who cares? I'm gonna hit my best workout ever. And guess what? I did. So I want you guys all to think about this, and remember, whenever you're about to be like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to be strong today because of this, I want you to cut that in the fucking throat and say, you know what, I'm gonna be I'm stronger than all that shit, so I'm gonna fucking kill it today. So anyways, I really wanted to do this video because it's important. And yes, I'm just talking about lifting right now, but this applies to virtually everything. Do not let your mind control you. Do not let your mind determine what you experience. Be stronger than that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon. And notice how Cairo hasn't fucking barked a single time since I told him to stop, because you can't be obsequious. You be powerful, strong, and authoritative, but at the same time, you don't want to have a strong reaction. You don't want that ego reaction. You want to be strong, firm, and centered. Not like getting annoyed. You can't be like, Cairo, shut the fuck up. It's like, Cairo, stop. There's no ego there. But anyways, thanks again. Bye.
When I leave the gym, I'm gone. I don't talk about it. I don't think about it. I move on.